Hello students, today we are going to discuss the remaining portion of why do we fall ill. So let's start. Now we are going to discuss the various means of spread of infectious disease. So what is infectious disease? Infectious disease mainly pass from person to person. It can be transmitted from a diseased person to a healthy person, and there are some microorganisms which causes this disorder. They are bacteria, fungi, virus, etc. And there are different medium through which this disease spread. So first medium of transporting infectious disease is airborne disease. So airborne disease means which when the air become infected and it goes through our body, it causes diseases, and it's called as airborne disease. So examples are common cold, pneumonia, tuberculosis. These are the disease which are caused due to the harmful air effect. Second is the waterborne disease. Waterborne disease means it is transmitted through water. This disease can be spread while bathing, washing, drinking water, or eating food exposed to contaminated water. So some of the disease such as cholera, diarrhea, then eye problem, and many other examples. Third is the sexually transmitting disease. For example, AIDS, gonorrhea. These are some of the examples which arises due to the sexually transmitting infections. So fourth is the through vectors. Through vectors, for example, you can see Anopheles mosquito, which causes malaria. So these are the medium through which disease spread from a unhealthy person to a healthy persons. Then coming to the organ specific and tissue specific manifestation. So organ specific means when a microbe infects the specific organ of an individual. Okay, this particular type of disease is called as organ specific manifestation. For example, you can say if a person causes tuberculosis, okay, so it will affect the lungs of the individual. That means the organ is infected. So it will be called as organ specific manifestation. Then tissue specific manifestation. Tissue specific means when a microbes infect the tissue of the body of an individual. For example, you can say HIV. The virus will infect the cells and tissues of the organisms and make the immunity weak, so that any diseases can attack the body. So the immune system ultimately become weak. So this is called as tissue specific manifestation. Tissue specific means it affects the tissues and cell of the individual, and organ specific manifestation means it will affect the organ of the particular individual. Now coming to the principles of treatment. So whenever we get sick, we take certain steps to get cured, and there are mainly two steps to treat any disease. So first it is the reducing the effect of disease, and second to kill the microbes. So what do you mean by reducing the effect of disease? So mainly medicines are provided to reduce the pain or bring down the fever, isn't? So in other words, we can say there are certain illness which cannot be cured by certain medicines. So we have to decrease the amount of effect. So for example, you can say common cold. So common cold has no cure. Hence, we have to, doctor advise us some bed rest or maintain certain personal hygienes to reduce the effect. However, even this doesn't completely kill the pathogen, but it reduces the effect of the disease. Or sometimes doctors suggest that us to eat healthy food or keep a mask on our face so that dust particles cannot enter through our nose and it may not cause the effect higher. Okay, so this is the reducing the effect of disease. So second is the killing the cause of disease. So if we use a medicine that can kill the pathogen, so each microbe undergoes some specific biochemical process. Okay, when we take the specific medicine for the disease, it will stop the biochemical process and kill the microorganisms. Okay, for example, you can say if we are feeling fever, so we will take paracetamol or any antibiotics for curing our sickness. So when we take the paracetamol or any antibiotics, what happen? The chemical process of the fever stops and it will kill the microorganisms and ultimately we will become healthy. So these two are the steps for treating any diseases. While treating an infection or a disease, there are many limitations and certain problems which are faced. Okay, some had disease which completely damage the body functions and it cannot be cured. Some persons who take time to cure any disease, and some persons are there whose disease spreads from one person to the another. So it is necessary to prevent certain disease so that it do not spread through the entire community. So now we are going to discuss the principles of preventions, means how can we prevent any disease. So there are two ways, general way and specific way. In general ways, we have to maintain certain hygienic conditions, then we have to provide clean and safe drinking water, then provide a pure clean environment so that mosquitoes cannot lay eggs and it may not cause any vector-borne diseases such as malaria, dengue, etc. So these are the general ways. Then second is the specific way. Specific way means the immune system normally fights with the microbe. So the cell of the immune system are specialized in killing those infectious microbe. So that is why we do not fall sick on coming in contact with an infectious person, because we fall sick only one time. Okay, as soon as the antigen enters the body, this cell come into actions. Okay, and this is called as immunization, means our body produce certain antibiotic to fight against the diseases. This process is called as immunization. So immunization is the process by which a person is made resistant to a particular disease by giving certain vaccines, and these vaccines will stimulate the immune system to prevent certain diseases. For example, if we take certain vaccines against smallpox, tetanus, so these are the vaccines which are provided to prevent certain infectious diseases. So here we come to our end of our chapter, why do we fall ill. I think students you have understood the chapter. Okay, thank you students.